Hi, today I'm going to talk about how to make Macau style Portuguese egg tart. While I'm making it, I'm going to share a little bit of culture content of this delicious pastry. So let's go. For the pastry part, we will prepare all-purpose flours, sea sauce and water. First, we will get 300 grams of all-purpose flours and add 3 grams of salt. Then you add 205 grams of cold water. So you mix all the ingredients well, and then when it's done mixing, it should be a little bit sticky. So we put some flours on the counter and on our hands so that the dough doesn't stick onto it, and we try to shape it to a shape of 6 inches square, and then we will let it rest for 20 minutes. While the dough is resting, you prepare some butter, let it set for room temperature. So the dough already rests for 20 minutes, and we will take it out, and then we put some flours on the counter, and then we will try to use a rolling pin to roll the dough into a 80-inch square. After we roll the dough to 18 by 18, we put some room temperature butter. Make sure to spread it to a very thin layer on top of the dough, and it should be cover the whole surface of your dough. And then you need to fold 1/3 of the dough to the center. If you have a scraper, will be better. If not, just use something which can help you. And then the other side also 1/3 of it, and then fold it to the center. Fold the top and bottom to the center of the dough. So we are going to roll it 18 by 18 again, and then apply the butter, and then fold it again. Like, repeat this process up to 4 times. So this delicacy was created before the 18th century by Catholic monks in the Geronimo's monastery. A UNESCO's World Heritage Site today. So at that time, convents has an abundance of eggs used to starch the clothes of the Portuguese friars and nuns. With the leftover eggs, it was common that those in convents would make pastry. So with all the leftover egg yolk, they are doing all the different pastry, not only the egg tart, but also like many different type of dessert. So Macau's adaptations of this Portuguese egg tart is due to the Macau's history as a former Portuguese colony. So Macauites make their own versions of Portuguese egg tart, and which it is more creamy, a little bit less sugar, and more eggy in flavor. And we call it po tart, which is Portuguese egg tart. And po tart becomes so popular that it is one of the must-eat food in Macau, and even some dim sum restaurants sell it. The most famous Portuguese egg tart bakery in Macau is named Los Dos Bakery. So for the final roll, we're going to roll it to a log and then we will cut it in half, and we will wrap it either with parchment paper or plastic wrap, and we put it into the refrigerator. So we need to keep in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. You also can keep the dough overnight in the refrigerator and make it in the next day. While the dough is refrigerating, now it's time to make our custard. So we will need to prepare lemon peel from 1 lemon, 6 egg yolk, cinnamon powder, and sugar, and all-purpose flour, and milk and water, and some of the tooth we might need. So we prepare 2 pots. The first pot we will add 200 grams of sugar and then 175 milliliters of water. So we throw all the lemon peel into the second pot, and we add 270 milliliters of whole milk, and then we sprinkle some cinnamon powder, or you can use cinnamon stick also work. After that, you add 45 grams of all-purpose flour to the 100 milliliters of milk, and then you're going to mix it very well together. Heat up the milk with lemon peels and cinnamon over medium heat to a steamer. While it starts to steam, you add it to your all-purpose flours and milk. Like, just add a little bit and mix it. And then you will add it back to the pot, like slowly and slowly. And it will become thicker and thicker as you continue cooking it a little bit, and then you just put it aside to let it cool down for a bit. So when our syrup is boiling, that means 100 degrees Celsius or 212 Fahrenheit, we can slowly and slowly add it to our milk flour mix. After that, we're going to add our egg yolks into our mix, and we are going to add it one by one. When everything are well mixed together, we are going to pour it to the strainer to strain the custard mix. At last, we give the custard mix a very nice ice bath, and then we put an plastic wrap on top, and then put it into the refrigerator. While the custard mix is chilling in the refrigerator, we will butter our mold, and then we will take out our dough, which we have refrigerated up to at least 2 hours or overnight, and then we take it out, and then we will cut it. So when you put the dough, make sure the open cut sides are facing up and down on the mold. You can use your thumb or your finger to press it down. If it's really sticky, you can wet your thumb with some water. As I mentioned previous, so Portuguese egg tart in Macau is called pork tart. But Portuguese egg tart in Portugal can be called pastel de nata or pastel de banana. So do you know the difference between pastel de nata and pastel de banana? So pastel de banana was the one created at 18th century by the monk at the monastery. To this day, the recipe is still kept in secret. Only they can call their egg tart as pastel de name, or other need to call pastel de nata. After the custard mix is chilled, we pour it into our tart. Make sure it's not overfull. Preheat the oven to 250 Celsius or 482 Fahrenheit. Bake in a preheated oven for 15 to 17 minutes. The tarts are ready when the edges are brown and the custard is nicely caramelized. Egg tarts has a rich history, and that dates back to the colonial era, and over time the recipe evolves to suit the local taste, and it results in the creation of beloved egg tart that we know today. Thank you for watching.